Oh yeah. All right. What up, ladies and gents? Sam Sim in the spot, cooling out real quick before I go over to the hairdresser and get all of this shit tied up. But I want to do this video on female insecurity, and it stems from this conversation that I had with this beautiful young lady at my job. We just started together in training at this new bank that I'm at, and there's some girls there that have been kind of like hating on her, throwing shade at her and shit. And um, the two main ones who are throwing shade at her, I thought they were Hispanic. She actually confirmed with me and told me that these girls were biracial, which sounded like surprised the fuck out of me. But one of them in particular, she has a pretty face, but I mean, I ain't really, like as far as physical, you can tell like she doesn't really take care of her body like that. She's had a couple kids and nothing wrong with that, but I just wasn't attracted to her like how I was with my homegirl. But hey, I mean that's a whole nother story, right? So, um, I was chilling with her one morning and we were just talking about how, a lot of women are insecure. And it usually stems from, women wanting to be accepted. A lot of women want to be validated. They want to be able to be married. They want the white picket fence around the two-story house with their husband, two kids, and a dog, and all of that stuff, right? And then there's the whole beauty aspect that comes along with it. And a lot of times, no matter how much you tell these women how beautiful they are, they still tend to not believe it. And the reason why is because of course, the beauty standards that are out there from white media, which we have no control over as black men, and just all the other shit that falls beneath that, right? So, one thing in particular, my homegirl at the job, she, was basically telling me like she doesn't usually talk to men with dreadlocks with long hair because, their hair tends to be longer than hers, which honestly, that shouldn't present a problem at all. I mean, the girl is gorgeous. She can basically have any man she wants. She's educated. She knows a lot about life. She's goal oriented. The list just goes on and on. But the one thing that she said that she's not insecure, but the whole hair issue, and I noticed that with a lot of women. And when she wore her crinkles, because like she, got braids in her hair now, but when she wore the crinkles in her hair, like the little fro, the little crinkles, I thought the shit was nice. It was nice, But then I have to think about the small percentage of men who, appreciate women who wear their hair natural and all of this stuff, you know. And then you have, a lot of the women who overcake themselves with makeup and shit, so they can appear to look beautiful. And it just takes away from their beauty when they tend to get caught up in a lot of the beauty standards that are out there. They lose a sense of their into beauty when they do these things. And that's the most sickening part when it comes to a lot of real black men or a lot of real men in general because, once it's based on, how good I look and I don't feel good unless I have my hair long and, I don't feel validated unless I have on an extended amount of eyelashes, then, you tend to attract the wrong type of men. And we see this all the time. We see this on rap videos where you got the video vixen that she's just out there as a piece of meat. She tends to be a fuck toy. And you see it with a lot of the majority of the beautiful women that are out here. I mean, and I've noticed this from my previous experiences with some of the most exotic looking women. And it doesn't matter if they have a college degree or not. It's usually just based on the fact that I'm beautiful and I gotta find a guy who can validate me. And when it comes down to the validation, it's usually the guy who has a large amount of money. And, this guy's either well known or, he's well respected. And then all of a sudden, here comes the babies. But, like another guy actually stated, one of my homeboys stated, these are the same type of guys that you really don't see them on any Facebook or Instagram page. You see these girls with their kids, and I mean I'm starting to see it even with white women with biracial children. You constantly see them with their babies, and they're taking all of these snap pictures. I even got some fucking women who have sent me pictures on Instagram and Snapchat. You never see the baby daddy at all, and the reason why is because in most cases the baby daddy is not even in a relationship with these women. A lot of times the baby daddy is usually out fucking around with some other female, some other woman, has a child here, a child there, and usually with these beautiful women, they fade out, and when it gets to the point where they have kids or they have a kid and they're not maintaining their sexy, they're not maintaining their body anymore, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, nobody's checking for them like that. So I don't know, man. With the whole hair thing, I've done a video about that before. Me and Straight Shooter actually went back and forth about why women wear weave, which is basically something that we as black people, black men in particular, we cannot control that. The only way that we can control it is if we have our own media, our own businesses, and we're able to take and say, well, you know what? We as black men, here's our standard, and you don't have to wear the weave in order to look beautiful. And really you don't. Because like going back to the homegirl at my job, I mean, I don't see why, she would feel some kind of way about any man having longer hair than her. I mean, like I say, gorgeous woman, man, got everything going for her. And, that it just, that's a crazy way of thinking. And I understand why, because it's normal. It's not really even crazy. It's almost like it's an subconscious mindset, because that's the way the standards are out there. When you see couples walking down the street, or when you see a couple getting married, you typically do not see the girl with a short fro and the guy with long dreadlocks. It's almost like a short guy with a tall woman. It automatically just stands out. But if the love is there, then if the admiration is there, then what the length of this person's hair versus this person's hair, it wouldn't matter at the end of the day. So I don't know, man. With that being said, a lot of women who feel that men won't talk to them because of their insecurity, just don't let it build up too much, because like I say, that inner insecurity, it shows on the outside. And that's why you see a lot of beautiful women, who tend to have like some of the ugliest friends. You go to the club, you see them with the heavy set woman, the big woman with the nasty attitude, or you see them with a lot of gay men, but they're usually the most attractive. I mean, I've even gone through this myself, where I went inside of a club, and I would, see the beautiful girl there talking, chilling with her girlfriends, I let them mingle and chill, and I kind of peep out the scene. And then all of a sudden I might be like, hey, what's up? What I'm saying? How y'all doing? And then you got the ugly girls, they looking, I know who he's on it. I know who he want to talk to. I know who he want to holler at, and I'm like, oh yeah, like this girl, she's put the bait out there. And, like, a nigga hooked, what I'm saying? So, like, yeah, I'm trying to holler at her. And then, you got the thing with the ugly girl, like, she expects for you to buy her and her other unattractive, high fucking attitude, high testosterone ass friends, they want to drink as well. And I'm like, I'm trying to talk to this shorty right here. And then, you got to be nice to the rest of the girls just so you can get the attention of the beautiful chick. And you got to do it in a way where you're not being too nice to the rest of the girls, and basically showing that out of all of these women, I put you first. I'm trying to holler at you. I'm not trying to holler at them. And you don't want her to think, well, dang, like he's actually showing Bonquisha, the big girl, is showing her love, and oh, Bonquisha, you got a date, what I'm saying? Like, like that's not what a nigga tries to do. So, and I notice why a lot of women do that, because a lot of beautiful women do that because they have no competition when they're around a lot of their Lakeisha friends and their Moquisha and their Monique friends and shit like that. Like, I understand that. I get it. Because when you go into the club and you know, rolling with a lot of bitches and you are the baddest bitch, it's like, you know, shit, you know, you automatically stand out. The insecurity, you know, it still shows in some instances, but for the most part, you know, you don't really have to deal with it in that type of setting when you go out with your girlfriends. You see it in the movies. I mean, man, look at Waiting to Exhale. All of these black girl movies, when they go out and, you know, you got the Jada Pinkett, or, you know, you got the Elise Neal, and then, you know, who you got in the background? You got Loretta Devine, and you got Queen Latifah, and you got Monique talking shit. You know, you got the big girl as the comedy relief. So, I'm just here to tell you, man, like, you know, a lot of women out there, just stop feeling like that. Just focus on you, you know, you focus on your self-worth. Know that you are, you know, somebody. I sound like Jesse Jackson, but, you know, just know that you are, you know, an attractive female. Love yourself first, and then everything else will fall in place. Because when you love yourself first, that shit shines. Like, that's how a lot of these ugly motherfuckers are getting some of these bad females, because of that confidence. That confidence. So, you know, I won't make this video too long. I'm looking at the clock, and I gotta be at the hairdresser. But, you know, I just wanted to really put this video out there because, you know, when I had this conversation with, you know, my buddy at work, you know what I'm saying, she was like, I had it like confused. I was thinking, you know, like these same beautiful women had low self-esteem, and it was hard for me to figure out. But she clarified it for me, and, you know, she told me that, you know, it's more of an insecurity issue, which, you know, I kind of agree. She also used Rihanna as an example. You know, and I had to sit back and really think about that. And yeah, homegirl is right. You know, she's right on that. You know, I mean, I've seen the turmoil that Rihanna has gone through, and, you know, the abusive relationships and shit like that. But, you know, that comes with the territory when you deal with a lot of beautiful women who don't know their self-worth. So, man, shout out to my homegirl, man. You know, awesome chick. Awesome, very awesome, you know, very, very smart. And I'm just going to end this video so I can get up out of here. Man, I got things to do, man. I'm going to be sitting in this chair for about a good 5 hours, man. This is the woes of having long hair. But, yeah, she said that she doesn't really talk to dudes who have long hair because their hair is longer than hers, man. I ain't gonna lie, that kind of fucked me up, man. You know, I was like, are you serious? Dang. You know, but I don't know. I still wouldn't cut my hair, though. But you guys be cool, man. You know, enjoy your Saturday. Be safe. Sam Sim. Peace.